Hello, and welcome back to the Banner Saga. When last we left off, Alette and her party had defended a small town to the south from both a horseborne attack as well as a dredge incursion. And then, shortly after that, we switched back over to Bolverk, who discovered apparently he's been, well, either been issued commands by a dead woman to transport something, or there's someone using the name of a dead woman, who just happens to also have mystical powers. So, according to the Volca that he has met, I wish I remembered her name, I do not, and it's not gonna let me look at my party here, and I don't think she's in the party anyway. I think that's her there, actually, as you can see it. But this Volca has stated that Juno was executed. If I remember correctly, they don't exactly say why, just that she did something they didn't like, and they killed her for it. And then Ivan was imprisoned, and then escaped, went mad with grief, and took away her body. Which, yeah, with stuff like this, I always tend to lean more towards they're not dead until they are dead in a way in the world that, yeah, they're truly, we know for a fact there is no coming back. Like, I'm pretty sure I'll see Bellower again. But when it comes to the Volca especially, I don't know. Well, there's at least one of them still walking around that shouldn't be. Anyhow, let's go to the barn and see if we can keep this under an hour. The smell of hay and Yox dung is heavy as you enter the stout wooden barn. Zephyr and Nichols are talking in hushed tones to the guard captain, Gudmundur, who glances at the large cart nervously. "Everyone knows why we are here," she says. "I do not believe in coincidences, but I cannot begin to imagine what would draw an army of dredge to Bindal besides the contents of this cart." She moves her spear in intricate motions, occasionally shaking her head and starting over. Finally, she looks at you to open it. Oh! Oh shit. Hi! The sight of the Sunder Bellower's body in the cart silences everyone but you. You howl as the memory of a dream tears through your mind and drops you to a knee. A strange tower of white stone, lightning, fear, confusion, distrust. There is a wrongness about it all. Bolverk, hey! Volca's voice draws you from the dream, and she's shaking you by the straps of your cloak. Everyone is watching. Another dream, she asks? Your eyes finally focus on her. A white stone tower, lightning. What are you talking about? Zephyr asks, pulling away from the cart. Her tone is full of concern. I saw a tower. Lightning. I don't know what I saw. The Volca pauses briefly before shrugging. This is unexpected, Zephyr says. The Volca looks unaccustomed to surprises. Gudmundur, continue your task. Nichols, take some fighters and open the mine. Keep that path clear at all costs. As both men begin to leave, she points to the cart and shouts, "Not a word of this." They nod on their way out. She turns to you and Volca. Yeah, because there's a Sunder! This cart. I'm not sure why they are attacking, but if the dredge recapture Bellower... He's dead. Who cares if they take him? He cannot die. His immortality is more than rumor. Ooh. Dredge lives have no natural end, but they can be killed, all except the immortal Sunder Bellower. They live forever? Zephyr nods, but looks lost in thought. How do you know all this? Zephyr sighs. The Volca know many things about all life in the world. I cannot go into further detail right now. Further detail? That was no detail at all! There is an army of dredge coming for this cart. I will tell you more when it's safe. The storm to the south and The storm to the south and dredge army to the north leaves us with one way out: the mines. Wait, our way out is to sit in a hole in the ground? The Volca have pathways there that will grant us escape, but with all of these people it will be difficult. Let's not be antagonistic. What can we do to help? I'll put the ravens to work. What did you have in mind? Both Zephyr and Volca look surprised by your response. The Volca recovers quickly. It will only take the dredge a couple of hours to fully prepare their assault. We need to move food and people to the mine. Help load carts near the gates, or warn the families in the houses of our immediate departure. Without waiting for a response, Zephyr hurries away. I've never known you to offer help like that. I thought we would search the Great Hall for whatever we could find, but you might not be too honest for that now. You might be too honest for that now. You give her a look that requests silence. Requests, not demands. That's actually a step forward for Bolverk. Alrighty. Okay. I'm guessing they're going to give me limited options. So, gate. You take all the ravens you can find and head to the gates where Yoks and men are laboring and sweating under the constant sun. If you're here to help, a red-headed foreman says, find any baskets or crates of goods and put them on the cart. We're not worried about order at this point, just keep the eggs from getting crushed. The task is unfamiliar, and based on the laughter of Folk and the others, you look awkward doing it. Before long, shouting and shoving breaks out between some men. A few of your ravens are pulled into the middle of it, and soon weapons are drawn. Auri's men are back to taking things that aren't theirs, a wiry man shouts. And now he's got the mercenaries helping him steal. A large man steps forward and says, don't need the mercenaries to cut out your lion tongue, yokel. What was stolen? Took a dagger that belonged to me father's father, says Yokel. Had it here, now it's gone, and only Auri's been around. Plus, I seen his men stuffing sacks of cheese and meats for themselves. Auri crashes into the man without further warning. A dangerous brawl erupts that results in crushed food, broken carts, and few dead bodies. The red-headed foreman stares at everyone. Why are we worried about dredge when we're so willing to kill each other? He pulls a smashed crate from the cart and throws it to the ground. Let's get to the mine. Should have just threatened him. At the mine entrance, Zephyr is shocked to hear of men killing each other. The lack of supplies only makes things worse. Fools, she shouts, her voice shaking. A loud slam against the gate signals the arrival of the dredge. Everyone inside, she says. Hey, we got at least some supplies. Should have just threatened him. Should have just drawn the axes and been like, bring it. Ooh, goody. Into a mine. Wait a minute. If the dredge are able to pass through underground, why would we go underground? The mine shaft is cramped, and more than once your broken horns knock against the rough ceiling or timber. You follow Valka Zephyr at the head of the caravan. She is lighting one of the many bracketed torches along the way when shouts from the mouth of the mine reach you. Dredge! The gates in the town did nothing to halt their advance. Gudmundur and his men will slow them, Zephyr says, but it may not be enough. They have orders to collapse the opening if they're overwhelmed. Will you keep them from being overwhelmed? Ravens back to the top. Heading up the mine shaft is like swimming against a current. Frightened villagers push forward and you barely have room to get past the Yogscast cart. Gudmundur, in his grim manner, looks pleased to see you. No real plan, he says. Just kill as many as you can. The ravens around you smile at his words and begin to chant. The war chant begins. Alrighty. So obviously we have to have Gudmundur. What can Zephyr do? Runic Gale creates a magical infused zone within which concentrated areas of power form. Anyone, friend or foe, who steps through one of those concentrations receives a burst of power for one turn. Possible buffs include +3 willpower, +3 strength damage, +3 armor, or +3 break damage. That's pretty cool, actually. And good old-fashioned men. Restores an ally's armor within 6 tiles, and then, of course, plus bonuses to that. Cool. And your apprentice, Nichols. He just has mend. Great. And the problem is you have to get kills to rank up, so good luck with that. I think I will take her. I'll have her near the end, behind Ollie. Mogan, because he's got the shield. And Bach. And let's... Gudmundur. You're a raid master. Yep, Stonewall and Shield Wall active. Resist 3 damage per hit, resist 5 damage. That's pretty awesome. And he is blind in the one eye. Can I give you anything? Nope. Well then, let's do this. Stone Singers! Lovely. The only thing standing watch over the Stone Singers. That is new. Gloom Warden. Splinter, +3 armor damage to dredge causes 1 armor to the adjacent dredge. Sentinel. When a Stone Singer is hit, all Gloom Wardens focus on its attacker for a round. Shudder covers all dredge on the battlefield with volatile spikes that shatter on any impact. Oh, yay. I do want to kill the Stone Singer as quickly as possible, but I need to be afraid of that guy. Okay, that one moves next, then this one. Okay, moving. Wacka wacka. Nice! And he'll focus on me. What ability are you using, you jerk? Let's do this! Damn! Ooh, did that poison already? That poisoned him too? Jeez. No, don't bloody flail with only the one next to you. Break his arm. He'll move up and he'll beat on Bolverk. Yep. Make it so he doesn't hit quite as hard. Mend a little bit of his armor. It's nice that he's next to two shield guys. Yes! Takes a hit from the poison. Call the weak to take him out. Is that poison spreading to my people? He moves over to it. Skipping turn. Okay, that's what I was saying. Wait. Why is there a 90% chance to miss? Yeah, let's try for this. Oh! Dang! And now these guys had a bonus to armor, but a minus to their... Who moves next? That one does. That did some damage. And he attacks Mogan from behind. Has his big sticker. That's annoying. Now let's just keep mending armor. Keep him topped off so he's harder to kill. Oh boy. Ow. Now I'm going to focus on dropping guys, so drop him. This way, all my hits have to hit you. Ollie. Keep doing this, because it's doing well. Ah, deflected. But he's only got 2 strength now, so... That's the one that moves next. This is the one that dies next. Bye-bye. And now he drops her, because... What are you doing this time? Oh, you're doing that again. I'm going to have you rest, actually. Because I don't want you attacking there. Why do I have an 80% chance to miss? Okay, drop this guy. Him. And now move to fight the Stone Singer. Actually, no. He won't be able to kill you, so... Can hurt you, though. Still got 80% chance to miss. I wonder what that's about. Well, that happened. Okay. Behind him. Smacker, smacker. And this way, Bolverk's right here to say howdy. And finish. Oh, no. Dang it. Oh. Yeah, okay. Oh, hi. I'm not doing so hot at the moment. I'm not liking this. Zephyr's injured. Yeah. And Gudmunder's injured. Okay. Yep. Fall back, Gudmundur repeats. The opening is ready to come down. As everyone sprints into the mine, the guard captain tosses you a heavy hammer and points at a timber. You deserve the honor, he says. You turn and look at the gray sky. There's no Bindal and the dredge walking towards you. With a hefty swing, the timber snaps and rocks begin to fall. You drop the hammer and race down the shaft towards the light of the torches. Yay. Ahead, the path comes to a dead end against the smooth surface of a large, flat rock. We should camp, Zephyr says. It may be the last decent sleep these people get for days. I'll need Nichols to assist me in opening the path beyond, but first, you and I should talk. Yay! Talking. How bad are those injuries? Probably 2 days? 2 days. How much food do we have? Got enough for 18. I will rest. And I will check out the training. What can you show me? Is there anything new? Yeah, come back when you're... Not yet. Oh, he's a charming fellow, isn't he? Well, let's talk to Zephyr. A few small fires provide a sense of calm for the caravan, though the villagers keep well away from the ravens. There is enough light to see you are no longer in a man-made mine, but a natural cave of sorts. What are we doing down here? Staying alive and keeping Bellower from the dredge. I thought that was obvious. But we keep heading down like we're hunting dwarves. The Volca gives you a ghost of a smile. Are there dwarves in this? Until today, no one but a few on the council knew about these tunnels, not even Mendes. We didn't create them, but we have used them a great deal over the years to travel far distances quickly. Zephyr becomes quiet, awaiting a question. Why keep them secret? Because the more you know of this world, the more frightening it can be. If children knew how many spiders were in their house, they'd never sleep. She's got a point there. And it never hurts to have a way to outmaneuver your enemies. The Volca does not respond. Zephyr becomes quiet, awaiting a question. So where are we headed? Where would you go, knowing you possess the sleeping body of the immortal Sundar General? Dropping it in the Blue River still sounds good. It was not a terrible plan by, well, we'll call her Juno for simplicity. But the closest I could get us in a path to the middle of the Fladaval Plains. Is a path to the middle of the Fladaval Plains. I have to assume the Dredge army is there in force. Manahar is the safest place to secure Bellowa's body. Whatever drew the Dredge army toward us in Bindal, the council can find a way to stop it. And what about my ravens? So far, helping Volca pays less than a bloodshed coin. And that is why I am talking to you alone now. The corridor will lead us to Manahar in a week's time. 7 days. See us there safely, and I give you a genuine Volca oath. You will be rewarded well enough to never need work again. You look around at the cave walls and back the way you came. We'll go to Manahar. We're heading there after the Blue River anyway. We were heading there after the Blue River anyway. Not a whole lot of choice. Gee, we can go back out the way we came in and face the army of Dredge. So I can't do training. Already rested up. Do I want to promote everyone? I kind of want to promote Ollie. Get him up a little bit. Let's do one exertion, one there. Promote one more time. Robust. I like the idea of you critting, because you actually do crit a lot. And when he crits, by golly, oh, is it nice to watch. Alright, let's get going. Got 8 more minutes. 8 more minutes before I call a halt to this. -9 supplies, morale has declined. What's going on here? You hear Volca ask a group of ravens. They're standing around a whimpering man on his knees. He kept whining about being hungry, one of the fighters says. We found these little glowing berries for him, but suddenly he's not so hungry, the others chuckle. Knock the berries out of his hand. Cut it out, you growl. Next time I'll make you eat whatever it is. You yank the man to his feet and he runs off to join his people. You give no thought to his glowing footprints as he stomps through the berries. That's kind of... That's not a good sign. Hello? Ditch. The man's sudden appearance makes you tense. I didn't mean to sneak up on you. It's something I do. I mean, something I've learned to do. Something that will get you killed if you do it to me again. Okay, yes, understood. But it does have its uses. Just allow me to fight alongside you in a fight. You won't regret it. You scoff and turn away from the man only to see Gudmundur approach. I see him at ditch. Strange fellow to have next to you in a fight, but he finds his way through enemy defenses. Then you'll fight next to him. People near me tend to get hurt, but his injuries won't be an accident. Hey, I got a new guy. Ditch is walking alongside a woman you have never seen before. He seems captivated by her. But her unfamiliarity nags at you. Ask Folka. Saw her earlier with another man, Folka says. Must be nice to get so much attention. She realizes you are looking at her and clears her throat. Not that I... Yeah, not sure who she is, though. You nod and decide to keep an eye on her. Though torchlights highlight the craggy black rocks and puddles on the path underfoot, they do little to keep everyone together. Sharp turns around boulders quickly block lines of sight. We've lost a few families, Zephyr informs you. We need to stop and find them. This is the only time. I appreciate the help, she says, and splits everyone into search groups. As you search, you realize it's just as hard to track time down here as it is above with a sun that never moves. Sometime later, you think you hear voices to the left. Call out to the left. Using a softer voice than usual, you call out, "You there?" A moment later, you hear a response. "Ooh there?" The voice sounds like yours, but different. That sounds like trouble. Let's check it out. As you move away from the main path, you leave someone with a torch standing every so often. This route proves useless as it seems you must have heard nothing but an echo. You follow the line of torches back to your path. Keep searching down the path. A bit further down, you find the source of the sounds. A mother is holding her children, tucked away in the recess of a rock formation. She whimpers as you approach, and Folka says, "Better let me handle this." Moments later, you all head back to meet with Zephyr. Surprisingly, all the missing clansmen were found. Plus 44. That is actually impressive. How do you forage in a cave? Water bells are running low, Holfi, your quartermaster reports, and I'll be damned if I start licking these slimy rocks for a drink. The shield maiden looks at you. If these people start getting desperate for water down here, you cut her off. I know. Send out some scouts. We'll camp here until they return. Some of your ravens and other members of the caravan group group up and grab torches, rope, and water skins before heading off in different directions. Better catch some rest while you can, Folka says. Nothing to do until they get back anyway. Laying down, you focus on the sound of a small drip somewhere in the cave. It grows louder, like the beat of a drum, like thousands of feet marching behind you. You turn and everyone stops. You see the glowing eyes of your army looking at you in admiration. 100 members break formation to dig holes in the cavern floor and place stone bowls in the depression. The bowls quickly fill with water, and the first is offered to you. You slake your thirst before seeing your red-armored reflection in the bowl. You wake up with a shout, and Folka joins you. What was it this time, she asks. Instruct her on finding water. Dig holes, you say. Put bowls down in them. See if they fill with water. You set some ravens to follow your strange commands, and shortly after you hear the whooping cheers of success. The celebration brings all the scouts back early. Let's not mention that my character thinks he's a dredge. A rope bridge with the wooden planking crosses an open span in the caravan formation. Looks old, Folka says. Narrow, and not meant for cart. Get the menders to reinforce it. Both Zephyr and Nichols move through the crowd and begin tracing patterns in the air with their staves. The only thing you see is a slight lift in the bridge, but they walk across first to calm any fears. The caravan crosses without incident. Best way to do it. So I wonder... That does make me wonder. We know that the Varl and the Dredge were both forged by the gods, but the Varl didn't have the ability to reproduce, but the Dredge do. Is there some connection with them, perhaps? And their god? I have to remember who made them.
I've slept in caves like this for entire winters. But there's something about this place. Something old. Unfamiliar. I don't like it. But I don't like all these humans on the verge of panic either. Maybe these dwellings up ahead will calm them down.
Dwellings underground? I don't think that... What is that? Yeah, no, I don't think... If I walked into this, I don't think I'd be calm about anything. Is this a godstone? Zephyr looks up at the giant shaped formation glittering with strange glowing patterns. The Vulca know almost nothing about this ancient race's culture, let alone their god, Vesnan. The name alone might be wrong, but we have a framework of letters based on repeated patterns from found around here. She wanders around the glowing pools of the godstone. If we are correct, Vesnan was not their only god, but he became one of the most powerful at the cost of everything dear to him. She looks at you. Of course, if what you hold dear is something like control, maybe there is power in letting go. Gems of various size and shape are found embedded in the surrounding stones. The clansmen are soon hammering away in an attempt to pry a particularly large gem loose. The ringing of hammers echoes through the deep. Sorry, Lord of the Rings, you're making too much noise. Some look angry, but the fear of the unknown down here is enough to keep them from saying anything. They all move away, though a few look back longingly at the stone. I don't like that. Like I said, I am getting too many flashbacks. Too many flashbacks from Lord of the Rings here. No. No, 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 no. Alrighty. Well, that puts us at our half-hour mark. Trying to keep these under that hour. I really... As much as I love just going through this, hour-long videos are a little too much for people, so... Alrighty, we will end this here for today. Bolverk and party in some sort of mines with the hint that dwarves actually exist in this world, which, if they do, that was the first mention of them. And then I'll also have to go back and see which gods created the dredge and the varl, because there may be a connection given Bolverk's strange dreams. He's dreaming that he was a Sundar. So I don't know if that is because of him, or if it's because we're toting around Bellower's body. I mean, it could be either of those. We shall see next time. I do hope everyone enjoyed it, and I do hope that you'll come back for the next one.